Next fight we're going to be looking at UFC Auckland from a betting perspective is Kai France versus Tyson Nam in the men's flyweight division. So let's just compare the stats. Tyson Nam is 5'4" Kai France is 5'4" versus Tyson Nam 5'7". But interestingly enough, Kai France will have a 1-inch reach in this fight, and Tyson Nam is 10 years France's elder, so he will have a wee bit more experience. As seen with the amount of fights each has, we'll actually have roughly Tyson Nam has 29 versus Kai France 28, which is interesting. But Tyson Nam has a lot of kickboxing fights. So basically, Kai France, he lost his last fight against Brandon Moreno, and I actually bet Brandon Moreno by decision too, because he was an underdog in that fight, and I thought he sort of had every advantage going for him, so to speak. And he came out and got job done for me. But it was a competitive fight. But Brandon Moreno he's just sort of better on the feet. He landed more meaningful blows. He sort of busted Kai France up. Kai France, he's a good kickboxer. He comes from City Kickboxing, which was 2019 best gym of the year, as sort of everyone knows by this stage. And this will be in his hometown. So this is a good fight for Kai France to come back to. They rebound from a loss off, because Tyson Nam has only fought in UFC once. He's sort of, you could say, a fight veteran at this point, because he did fight in Elite XC and stuff way back in the day. That 2007, so he's been doing it actually a long time, and he's only got into UFC recently, which is interesting. But against Sergio Pettis, let me just check what card was this against Pettis. Is the Mexico card, Mexico City. Rodriguez versus Jeremy Stevens. Sergio Pettis basically paced him up for 15 minutes, and I'll just show you sort of the stats, Tyson Nam's stats from that fight, which aren't good. 2 average strikes landed per minute, significant ones 2.67, which is really low, especially for a men's flyweight. Striking actually 23%, it's not the best. And then strikes absorbed 6.40. That's a good lot. But the thing is about Tyson Nam, he works damage well. He doesn't really he's been knocked out 3 times, but he does still, his chin's still there, even though he is 36. He's sort of a fight veteran at this point. A lot of kickboxing fights. He does have a good chin. So I can't necessarily see Kai France putting him away, but I can definitely see Kai France winning by decision. Maybe 30-27, just like Sergio Pettis did. Because Kai France, he's just more active on the feet. I would say he's better, maybe MMA kickboxer. I think he'll land the more meaningful blows. But Kai France doesn't wear damage well, and Tyson Nam hits hard. So if Tyson Nam ends up connecting with that right hand, like he has many times before, he does have good knockout power for 125. Normally people in this weight class don't really finish as much, but he does. But I can see Kai France just pacing him off for 15 minutes, just staying on the outside, just jabbing, using that extra 1-inch reach that he does maybe, and sort of utilising his better footwork to bring home a decision in his hometown. If we just look at the odds, basically what I was saying there sort of reflected in the odds. Kai France is 4-9 at the minute. That's the best odds you'll get in the UK and Ireland. 4-9, which is 1.44. Let's just check the implied probability on that fight. right? So you're gonna have to. So Kai France is 60. The bookies imply that he will win this fight 69% of the time. So to get any meaningful margin over your bookies, you're gonna need to be capping Kai France 75%, which is something it's sort of hard to do, but because it's a men's flyweight, um, I can get behind it, sort of, because obviously there isn't as much finishes in that fight and or in that weight class, and sort of the better fighter, the more skilled fighter, mostly always prevails, opposed to just say heavyweight division in MMA. If we just look at props, odds checker's going to be a bit funny at the minute, but oh, there it is. So Kai France to win by decision. No, you can get it better than that, so you can. He's evens on Betfair to win by decision, which is good, I think, because that's the only avenue for victory I see. Kai France will be surprised if he finishes Tyson now. But I think this fight is basically going to emulate the Sergio Pettis fight, because Kai France and Sergio Pettis are reasonably similar fighters. They like to stay on the outside, use their footwork, and basically stay active, which is something Tyson doesn't do. He's one shot and done. He just looks for the right hand over and over. So I think Kai France does have the advantage on the feet here, even though Nam is an experienced kickboxer and stuff. I just think that Kai France is the more evolved fighter, and you never know. Kai France, even though he is mostly a stand-up fighter, he actually has used some of his grappling. Like in the Mark De La Rosa fight, he used some of it to get the decision in that one, and all of his fights in UFC have went to decision so far. So that shows like his sort of lack of finishing ability, which points us to the direction of him winning by decision and not finishing that, which is something that I think I'm gonna bet this weekend. I think it's reasonable 1-1, because if you think about it, if this fight turns out to be more competitive than it is, the judges most likely are gonna give it to Kai France if it's very close, because he is a hometown fighter, and you know we have seen that before. We've seen it in the Texas card last week on a few fights, and you've seen it before in past events. So basically that's a breakdown on Kai France versus Tyson Nam. I've got Kai France winning by decision, see him being more active fighter across 15 minutes, accumulating those points and outworking Tyson Nam. So yeah, that's that one, and I'll see you on the next breakdown.